Hello, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make a Web 2.0 logo, text, whatever you want to use it for. It's a really simple method. People tend to overcomplicate things. I'm not sure why they do that. It's like building a rocket jetpack to get a frisbee off the roof when really all you need is a ladder. I don't know, some people just like to take the long way around, I guess. But I'm going to show you how to make a really fast, really effective Web 2.0 logo text with the reflective looking thing and everything like that. So first thing we're gonna do, I already created the text here. Zooms in, and let's go ahead and start adding some Web 2.0 features to it. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my pen tool, and I'm just gonna start over here. Click once, click somewhere in the middle, and then you can just drag it, give it kind of a swirly effect, and then go over here, swirl it up a little bit, and let's close it up real fast. It's automatically defaulting to have a layer style, so let's go ahead and just copy and just remove that, clear layer styles. So if you drop the opacity down, you can see exactly what we're working with here. You can see, I don't like how it kind of drops all the way down there, so let's go ahead and transform it. Now I'm going to be talking really fast because I have a limited amount of time for these YouTube tutorials. I'm going to be using a lot of keyboard shortcuts, so try to keep along. If not, just watch the movie again and you'll get it. But it's very simple, very just standard keyboard shortcuts. So now we have it, and I'm going to try to place it, and you can do it straight across if you want. You don't have to use the pen tool. I just like this because it adds more of a dynamic kind of flow feel to it. So place it wherever you want. Right there is good. And what we're going to do now is we're going to create a selection using these two components that we just created. The first one is the text. If you hold the cursor right over the T and it zooms in and it indicates your text layer, hold down Control and click. And then see how it selects the zooms in. It's actually automatically, it's not magic, it's really pretty cool though. It creates anything that's selectable inside that layer. Now what we're going to do is kind of tricky, so try to follow along. Without unselecting this, we're going to hold down Control, Shift, Alt, and then we're going to click this layer or this shape that we created with the pen tool and click it and see how it's selected just that inside there. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now we're gonna go ahead and just delete this bad boy. We don't need him anymore. He was just kind of a guide for us. We're gonna create a new layer, and we're just going to go up to your select, modify. You don't have to do this, but I like to do it. And we're gonna contract it, and let's contract it by 2 pixels. There we go. And it brings it in just a little bit from the edge. Now get your paint bucket tool and drop it in there. Unselect it and see how it kind of has that swirly effect in it. Now all you gotta do is just go over here and drop the opacity down for it. That's 50% is good. Okay, so now we got a pretty good working little reflective property going on here, and let's add a kind of a glow effect. So if you go to your layer styles and you have inner glow, and what you're going to do with the inner glow is you're going to want to change the color to closely resemble the blue that you have in there, and take the size up just a little bit, and you'll see how it starts to glow here. The more you do it, the more it'll glow. You can also play with the choke. So I'm not going to make it too extravagant. Just give it a little bit of a glow. And 13 is perfectly fine. So we have that now. We have zooms in. And let's go ahead and change this to red. Let's change it to an orange color. Orange goes good with blue. It's a complementary color. And create a custom shape. I already have it up here. I already have the little starburst thing going on. So just make it real small over here. Move it down. It already has another layer effect added to it. Not sure why it's doing that, but let's go ahead and kill that and make sure it's the very top layer. Okay. Now reset this back to white. Use your text tool and let's put version 2.0. And you can't see it because it's white, so let's move it up here. Let's transform it. You can use a lighter text for that. You can do whatever you want, but you can even add layer styles to this to kind of make it pop out a little bit more. But this is pretty good. So we got zooms in version 2.0. Now comes the fun part. If you click on the very top layer where the 2.0 is, now we have all the way down to zooms in. Hold down shift and click and it'll select all those layers. Hit Control G and it's going to create a group for all those. So now when you move it around, it's going to move them all around at the same time. Now take that left click, hold, drag it down to your new palette layer and it's going to create a new copy. Go to Image, Edit, Transform, flip vertically, and just move it down real fast. Now we're pretty much right there. I'm going to make the opacity for that one, let's go ahead and make it 35%. And then we're going to add a layer mask to it by clicking this little button. It's the third one from the left. Select your gradient tool and just kind of play around with it until you get the desired look you want. You don't want to drown it out too much, but then again, you don't want that to be too, predominant in your design. If you go ahead and try to save this for web, and we'll change the image size down a little bit. It's a little bit big, so it's let's go ahead and change it to 400. And you can see how you got the glowing zooms in to version 2.0. You got your reflection down here, and that's pretty much it. It's really, really, really simple. See how we didn't take too much time doing that? I mean, even if you want to use it and you want a black background, you could play around with the different values and levels. Let's go ahead and drop that, make it black back there, and see how it kind of pops out a little bit more with the black background. Change that to 400 again, and there you go. I mean, it's really, really simple. People tend to overcomplicate it when you really don't have to. I'd really like to see some of your work. If you implemented this, you use this tutorial, and you actually use this on your website, shoot me an email, info@colorprintusa.com, and I'd love to see it. So I hope you learned something from this. Hope you learn one thing, not to overcomplicate things when it's really simple. If you throw a frisbee on your roof, don't build a jetpack. Just go get a damn ladder, climb up there, take it off. Pretty simple. Have a good afternoon, and I hope you learned something.